Hi guys, welcome to my channel, The Golden Cruiser. I'm Cindy, and today we're going to be talking about the Netflix documentary that's coming out this month titled Trainwreck Poop Cruise. Now that's right, Netflix is coming out with a documentary this month in June called Trainwreck Poop Cruise. Now maybe some of you remember this so-called poop cruise that happened. This happened on February 10th, 2013 on the Carnival Triumph. Now this ship had left from Galveston, Texas for a 4-day cruise to Cozumel, Mexico with 4,000 passengers and cruise members. Now passengers woke up to fire alarms going off and some smoke in some of the hallways. The engine room had caught on fire. Now because of this fire, which they did get out, they were left with absolutely no power at all and were drifting out to sea, drifting around for 4 days without lights, air conditioning, toilets, water, and food was scarce. So because they couldn't use their toilets, this documentary states they were told to go, number one, to pee or urinate in their showers because they couldn't use the toilet. They had no water, so they couldn't rinse that down. They were then handed biohazard red bags and told to go, number two, in these bags. Well, after a while, it really started smelling on the ship. These biohazard bags were piled up in hallways and all around the ship, which made it smell. It was hot because they didn't have air conditioning. So a lot of the passengers moved their bed mattresses to outside areas like on decks or anywhere they could. If they had a balcony, then on a balcony. Some were in hallways, just moving their mattresses around. The upstairs pool decks looked like a shanty town from above. They had hung bed sheets across lounge chairs so they would have a shade for the day when it was hot, but they could get some fresh air up there. Once the media got a hold of this, the media was out there on helicopters filming above the ships, and they came out on boats, the news trying to get pictures from their boats up there. So this went on for 4 days, drifting at sea until they got towed to Alabama. So after the 4 days, they were towed into Alabama, and CNN had learned that the Carnival Triumph did set sail in February with only 4 of its 6 generators fully operational, knowing that the company had ongoing generator fire issues in ships across its fleet, including the Triumph. So Carnival knew that that ship wasn't fully working with all generators when it sailed. So here is what Carnival compensated the customers with, the passengers. They got a full refund on their cruise. They got a future cruise credit to go towards another cruise, but it didn't say what amount. They got $500 cash each, and they got free flights back home from Alabama. Because remember, they started in Galveston, Texas. That's where they would be leaving from, and now they're in Alabama, so Carnival flew them home. And that was it. That's what they got. Some of the passengers filed various lawsuits. I saw where 3 passengers had filed a lawsuit stating they wanted $5,000 a year for their lifetime. And they said this was because of mental and ongoing medical issues. Another 33 passengers sued, stating they needed continuing medical care because of this cruise. But Carnival asked the charges to be dismissed because these passengers could not prove that they had these medical issues. So as far as I know, that lawsuit was denied and thrown out of court. Now, I did see where a Florida federal judge did award $118,000 500 in damages to 27 cruise passengers. 3 passengers got 15,000 each, while the other 24 passengers received varying amounts, which totaled about $3,000 per passenger. But take into consideration, these passengers had to pay attorney fees. They had to pay for hotel rooms and transportation to get to Florida to go to these trials. So I don't know if that ended up being worth it, or if they ended up with any money at all, the ones that only got 3,000. But that is the only lawsuits I could find in researching and trying to find if anybody else was paid out anything. Maybe the documentary will go into more of that. I'm not sure. But after this incident happened, Carnival did pledge $300 million to upgrade fire safety and to add emergency generators to all of their cruise ships. So nowadays, do you know what happened to the Carnival Triumph? Well, in 2019, it was completely remodeled and renamed. Nowadays, it is called the Carnival Sunrise. So if you've sailed on the Carnival Sunrise or getting ready to sail, that was the original poop cruise ship. I'm sure it's all up to par now and really great to go. So if you want to watch this documentary, or if you want to watch a trailer of it, the documentary is coming out June 24th, part of an 8-part series that Netflix is doing on the most bizarre and outrageous media spectacles in the 21st century. And this is one of the series that they're going to have of the 8 is on this cruise ship. So I'll put a link below for the trailer, for the Netflix trailer that's on YouTube, if you want to go take a look at that and see what it looks like and see if you want to watch this when it comes out on June 24th. So what do you think? Does this scare you from going on future cruises at all? I know this happened in 2013, so I'm sure ships are more up to date now and they have more precautions and better ways to handle it when things like this happen. I know I'm not scared to sail. I've been on a lot of Carnival ships since that time and will continue to. So anyway, there it is, the documentary that's coming out. Take a look at it if you'd like or not. But I want to thank you all for stopping by today. If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up. And please consider subscribing to my channel to help me grow. And thanks again for stopping by, and I hope to see you again real soon on my channel, The Golden Cruiser. Bye for now.